Coaching was something that I had been thinking about for a long time. I think what might be best for the team is for me to take a step back and try to help them in a different way instead of trying to help them by playing with them, because there's things that I think I might be good at helping with and could have more impact on than just being in the game. I was born in Chicago, but I wasn't there for that long. When I was young, we moved to Virginia, and I've lived here basically my whole life. We moved between a few houses, but we've been in this last one for something like, I think like 12 years, something like that. Been a long time.
Very happy kid.
Always happy, always playing.
Following his sister around. And he's just anything active.
Skateboarding.
Yeah.
Rollerblading.
Basketball,
soccer,
baseball, anything.
That he could
Yep.
run around crazy.
That's a good picture.
It's a good picture, I love it.
There's Michael.
Oh my God.
You're welcome.
I cannot believe you're showing that. I don't know why I connected so much with Rocket League. I just did when I first started playing, just immediately. I was playing so much at the time that like when I was supposed to be doing homework or supposed to be doing literally anything else, I would just be playing kind of behind their backs.
We said, it's not good for you. You can't just sit there on the computer all the time. You need to get out and do things. And he said, but people can actually be like really successful and make money and have careers. And we said, well, that's like 1 in a million are gonna make it.
There were many times where I thought I was gonna have to stop playing before I turned 15. They didn't want it to consume everything I was doing. Hard to convince them that like, hey, I'm actually like, I could make a career, I could compete, I could make money, I could travel.
Started telling us, I'm kind of good. We thought, yeah, well, okay, yeah. I mean, you're playing with your friends and everything. And he said, no, and then he could come back to us and said, no, I'm actually really good at this game.
First time I turned 15, I was allowed to compete, and it's actually kind of notorious because we played a couple teams that we were not supposed to beat, and we ended up beating them and knocking them out of the tournament, and no one really expected it. And when we qualified, I remember screaming so loud. My parents had just come home and they were in the driveway and they heard me and they had no idea what was going on. And they came inside and they were like, we can hear you down the street. Like, what happened?
He's running around and we had no idea what was going on. And he told us that he had just won this big match, unexpectedly upset some pro team, and he had qualified for a pro, league. We had no idea what he was talking about. But that's when we realized,
So we thought,
I think maybe something's different here.
Right.
My parents were really happy that things were going well. I think they were just worried that I didn't have the right balance.
Because at first we're like, you have to do the standard thing, graduate from high school, college, job, the whole thing. And he just said, I just like to take a different path. And we said, you need to do well in school. And if you do, then we're fine if you're playing. He kept his promise. He did well in school. And then we really said, well, okay.
I think I've watched every one of his matches. I actually started sitting in his room at first, sitting on his bed behind him, watching him scrim with people.
The first one, I don't know, they're very slow.
My mom would watch them too, but she would get a little bit nervous when I'm playing, so she'd have to turn it off.
Pretty, go sit.
I'm sure it's worth it to you.
I signed my first pro contract in season 3.
I thought it was a joke, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I said, no, that's a scam.
But that was kind of a bust season.
G2 is currently chasing down the best win percentage of all time, while Set to Destroy, they need to pick up a win here. If they do not, then they will go down as the worst performing team in RLCS history.
We ended up not winning a game. So season 3 was very tragic because we made it, but we did not win a single game.
Was this the rest of the league play? I have been so impressed, and thank you very much, Set to Destroy. That is the memory I want from you, and a goal from memory.
First big LAN I went to was DreamHack Atlanta 2017. It did not go well. But that was my first LAN, and that was wild. And so I played the RLCS 2 seasons after not winning a game. And we did really well there, but we weren't able to promote So that's why I consider season 6 the first like real season I had.
Obviously overlapping really close to each other as another flick almost coming in, but save back to back. Memory, what an incredible save.
That was the first season in RLCS when I got on Ghost for the first time, where I really could win games.
That would be it right there. Off the kickoff, Memory finds no one home on the blue side. A chance. St. Jackie waiting for Jarl's touch. Drops it down. Memory, can he get the angle? That's the Lethamir. A chance for a shot. And there it is. Another touch. Sis keeps it alive, but the boost might be lacking here in front, or in the mid here. Jarl. Finally, there's the drop. Couldn't keep it alive. And Ghost Gaming.
Went to Spain for another DreamHack. My mom came with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, to the DreamHack Pro Circuit live from Valencia.
I think playing in person is actually easier for me than playing online, surprisingly. But I think I just feel a lot more confident when I have my teammates around me, and I know that they are focused on the game and we're all competing for the same thing. It's just a different kind of feeling.
5-0. It's a great showing by Ghost here. And they are going to move on to day 2 with authority against a pretty scary looking Air Reality team at times. They're going to go home and hopefully be able to go back to the drawing board, go on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, it seems like there was just a massive turning point at the very beginning of this game. Number 1, Ixo missing his double tap. Moving on to day number 2, Air Reality are out.
After I got kicked from Ghost, I had a lot of confidence issues. Going into season 9 with Flight, I remember I was doubting myself a lot. And the thing with being a player and not being confident is everyone can tell, but no one will say anything.
The rest of United have retreated.
Actually, my parents brought it up a couple times, I remember. Are you okay? Like, is everything okay? Yeah, I'm good. Like, no, I'm not. It took a long time to get out of that. It was slow. I think it started with just being honest with myself about what I thought I maybe wasn't great at, but what I thought that I was pretty great at, and actually admitting that to yourself and being willing to work on it. And then my whole family got COVID. I mean, it was pretty debilitating.
Yeah, it was a difficult period for us because we caught it very early, like February of 2020, and got pretty sick.
It was hard for me to play a lot. It was hard for me to compete and focus at that point. It did affect my mental health for a while. It affected my physical health too for a long time. I think the worst part for me was my memory, which is ironic. It's very hard when you're supposed to be a professional and you're supposed to be competing, and I'm sitting there on tournament day and just zoned out, just having a really hard time trying to get into the game. I think Rocket League was extremely helpful for me. I mean, it helped me meet a bunch of people during that time. It helped me take my mind off of things. It helped me stay focused on something that I actually wanted to achieve and something that I was physically able to do.
Just barely. Memory coming back. He wins a challenge. He's over 2 defenders. Ajax not the best clear. Seabass will score off the demo, and Flight take down E United.
Great game here. Ajax pops it out into no man's land, and Memory goes to steal the boost and says goodbye, goal line.
And after Flay, I went to United for a little bit. Only a couple months, got kicked. Still don't know why. And then after United, I went to KCP, the Pioneers.
Space, Memory, and Rapid. Now they use that space to pile themselves up on the midfield line, and now Mr. Turbo Pulse might have a free opportunity.
Yeah, just give that ball away. Make sure you're.
So when I joined Rapid in Beast Mode. But at the same time that I was out of high school and doing the college part-time, that was when I was with Pioneers.
Pioneers may be trying to bite off a little too much there in regulation, but they get themselves into another overtime. They've had some pretty good success with these today so far. Can they find one more and go to the final 5 minutes? Oh, close off the bar. Follow up is Memory.
And then one day we just woke up, got a message and were told that we had just been sold somewhere and we had no idea where we were going. I was nervous because any new org, you don't really know how they're going to run, if they're going to stay afloat, what their goals are. You see Shopify attached to it, and I'm thinking, Shopify? So it didn't really make any sense to me. In the beginning, it was kind of nerve-wracking. You just get sold to somewhere and you have no idea who they are, what they stand for, just anything like that. But I think that was a very pivotal moment in my career. That was the first time I had gone out anywhere out of my hometown in a while just because of COVID. I hadn't been there before, never been to New York City, so that was nice. First time I met Parth in person was in New York when we did a photo shoot. I got to meet a lot of the other people that joined Shopify. Some of the orgs I've been on, there were people that maybe made it a little bit, but nothing like with Dario and Tilo. This was the first org where I had someone around me that had been competing for a long time and kind of had some of that experience. Moving out in about a month, moving closer to my campus with a couple of my friends there. Go here for computer science, and I'm technically in my second year. But yeah, no, ever since I was young, I just kind of knew. I don't know.
Did I?
When you wanted to be, everyone had to, at the end, say, what did you want to do when you were older? And he just always knew, and he said, I want to be a computer programmer.
Probably the thing I'm most proud of, though, is this one game that I've made. It's like an Italian restaurant. It's on Roblox. Kids can come in and they can act like they're like the waiters, the waitresses, or the hosts, and people come in and dine. Probably something like 3.5 million plays. I have videos on YouTube that no one has found from like 2011, 2010 of me doing programming tutorials. You'll hear me just like, I got it.
What's up, guys? It's Halo for the win here. Gonna get a warning because that's just something it will fix later when we start doing this. We're gonna do target player.
He always made these instruction videos where he's giving you instructions on how to play with little toys.
Like tech deck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be showing you how to land a tech deck. It's your tech deck. And first week that we're gonna do this.
That was the thing. He always liked doing that.
Yeah.
Just trying to show people how to do certain things. And he was very...
Yeah, it's like his coaching precursor.
Right. He was practicing to be a coach.
I was playing for so long, it feels weird to not be thinking about that right now. It was pretty bittersweet, I'm not gonna lie. I've been playing for a long time, so it's kind of like an end of an era. But I don't have some of the highlight reels that a lot of other people do.
Working together, we're seeing individual efforts, then follow-ups, and there we go. Henry on at that play. Kong had full reign on that move. Nobody on defense. Talk about the starving that's been in effect from Genji since game number 2. And we also need to talk about this. Not going to waste his chance there for the go. Right here, Park gets the infield pass to Memory, who finds the answer.
This one was actually kind of flashy. It was last split in the upper bracket.
But the defensive back line going to be important for Shopify Rebellion, as to forget the defensive back line. Memory's out here doing it himself.
I remember feeling great about it because, I mean, this was when I was thinking, man, I wonder if I should transition to coaching. I think that's something I want to do.
Nicely done. Usually Memory's not the guy doing that on this team.
A lot of people have the skill. A lot of people can do flashy things. A lot of people can help you win, but not a lot of people can create a team environment that you want to be in. playing for so long, I've experienced a lot of things. I've experienced winning, I've experienced losing, I've experienced throwing, I've experienced feeling great, I've experienced feeling awful. And I think those experiences are going to help me as a coach. And that's why I made my decision. It wasn't so much like, yeah, I need to hang it up. I need to hang out the sticks. It was more just like, I could play, but I think I could help people in a way that I can't help people while playing if I did this.
What I'm most proud of is just how he handled himself and kind of did the right thing throughout his career, even though it wasn't always easy for him.
I always got so close to qualifying for a LAN, like an RLCS LAN, but didn't get there. I mean, I qualified for some other LANs, but the RLCS ones, I was always a game or two off, like 3 times, maybe a 1. So that really hurts. that one cuts deep, and so I really want to help a team get there and help the team get past that hurdle. Maybe for a second I'll be like, man, I wish I was playing here. But, you know, I love helping others and teaching others too, so it's not like I'm doing something I don't want to be doing. I'll be there and be doing something that I enjoy.